says today? This is the middle of our week, and if you notice on the calendar, it's our last week of the month of October. Take a look up here. I added something at the end of the week down here. There's a holiday that's coming up. Do you remember what it is? It's Halloween, right? So that says, Happy Halloween. And we just have a few short days left before we get to it. So let's start with our calendar time, okay? Here we go. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. All right, friends, we just said that it is still the month of October, right? And yesterday was a school day. We got to come to Country Creek and play with some fun things. Today is still a school day, right? It sure is. But do you know what day of the week it is? Yesterday was Tuesday. That makes today what? Wednesday. You got it. Let's sing our Days of the Week song just to refresh our memories. Here we go. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. All right, yesterday was Tuesday, so today is in fact Wednesday. Wednesday, Wednesday, that's what it is today. Wednesday, Wednesday, that's what it is today. Hey! And we're going to add a dot over here because it is a 4K day. Remember, when we have the whole 10 frame filled, that makes how many? 10, right? So we've got 10, 11, 12, 13, and I'm going to add one more, and that makes 14. That's right, 14 days of 4K so far this month. All right, I have a message for you on our board here. It says, "Hi, friends. Today is Wednesday. Do you know what happens to old jack-o'-lanterns? Love, Miss Emily." What do you think happens after you carve your jack-o'-lantern and leave it outside for a while? You put a candle in it for Halloween so it can glow, and then the month is over. Halloween's all done. What happens to those jack-o'-lanterns? Share with your grown-up what you think happens to those jack-o'-lanterns after they're done being set out for Halloween. All right, did you have time to share? I have a story to share with you today that's kind of about that. It's called Pumpkin Jack. See, he's a jack-o'-lantern. Written and illustrated by Will Hubble. That means he wrote the words and drew the pictures, right? Here we go. Pumpkin Jack. When Tim carved his first pumpkin, it was fierce and funny and just perfect. A jack-o'-lantern this good deserved a name, so Tim gave it one, Jack. Long after the best trick-or-treat candy was eaten, Tim still kept Jack. At night, when a candle made Jack's face dance on the wall and filled the dark with warm pumpkin smells, Tim felt Jack was almost magic. Yet, too soon, the spell was broken. "This pumpkin is beginning to rot," announced Mom. "It's time to throw it out." Tim knew it was useless to argue. He carried Jack to the garden, which was filled with the brown ghosts of last summer's plants. A dead garden is better than a trash can, thought Tim. Still, it made him sad to leave Jack outside and alone. Did you hear what his mom said? That pumpkin's starting to rot, right? It's not good anymore. Whenever chores or play brought Tim to the garden, he looked at Jack. Jack was different. He became wrinkled, and his fierce smile began to look silly. Do you think his mom was right? Is Jack starting to rot? Mold spread over Jack's bright orange skin. As the days turned colder, Jack grew flatter. Winter began, Soon Jack was hidden beneath snow and Tim forgot about him. The cold, heavy jacket days came, snowman and sliding days, indoor days, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's. When all these days had passed and the March winds melted the snow, Tim found Jack. There wasn't much left, just a faded and crumpled pumpkin skin, a stem, and a few seeds. Jack's Halloween magic was a distant memory now. Tim scraped a thin blanket of earth over the last bits of his pumpkin. "Goodbye, Jack," he whispered. Okay, what do you think's going to happen now? You just put some dirt over top of that. What do you think? Is Jack just going to be gone forever? When spring turned barefoot warm, a tiny sprout appeared where Jack had been. Tim found it and guessed what it was. What do you think is growing where Jack was? I think it's another pumpkin. Let's find out. In the days that followed, Tim weeded and watered and watched the sprout. Slowly and steadily, the plant changed and grew. It branched and spread a web of vines over the ground, but no pumpkins appeared. Remember when he covered Jack up with dirt and there were a few seeds left? It seems like those seeds are beginning to grow. The days turned hot. Flowers opened on the plant each morning, yellow stars that twisted shut forever in the afternoon. Still, there were no pumpkins. Finally, Tim found a little green ball growing behind a crumpled blossom. A pumpkin! Tim let out a whoop and ran to show his mom. By August, the plant had spilled onto the lawn. Tim's favorite game became pumpkin hunting. He carefully waded among the leaves, searching for green pumpkins like hidden treasures. Do you see any? Here's one down here. I don't see any other ones, do you? School began again and the days cooled. Tim had less time to visit the garden. When he did, the pumpkin plant seemed tired. There were few new leaves and the old tattered ones no longer hid the fat green pumpkins. Then, one October morning, Tim woke to see frost coating the garden. The frozen plant seemed changed to pale blue glass. Do you think they're going to keep growing even though it's so cold out? After school, Tim discovered what the frost had done. The pumpkin plant's leaves were as limp as wet paper. It was dying. Tim searched among the withered leaves for the unripe pumpkins. He picked them and put them on the front porch, hoping for one more change. What do you think is going to happen to them? They're green when he's picking them. What color are they going to turn? By Halloween, the pumpkins had ripened to bright orange. There were many, for the plant had been generous. Tim was generous too. He gave away all but one. From jack-o'-lantern to seed to pumpkin again, the circle was almost complete. Now it was time for Tim to do his part. He gave his pumpkin a face. It smiled at him in a fierce and funny way. Tim smiled too and said, "Welcome back, Jack." The end. Do you guys carve jack-o'-lanterns at your house? We carved them at my house. I think this year, instead of throwing them away, we're going to try and put them outside and see what happens to our jack-o'-lanterns when they're all rotted and the season is over. Maybe you can try that too. Bye, guys.